What's going on, y'all? It's your boy King, and we are about to get into Artist Spotlight. Now, before we get into Artist Spotlight, I just want to come in and let y'all know my voice, if you cannot tell, is going in and out. We had a time. Yesterday, we had a time, and my voice said it was a time, and now it's your time to rest. But I got things to do. So we're going to have some water on the side. If you see me sipping throughout the show, mind your business. All right, and enjoy Artist Spotlight. What's going on, y'all? It is your boy King, and we are out here today for Artist Spotlight, y'all. So today we have Nari on for Artist Spotlight. Y'all, Nari be doing a lot. I feel like over the last few years of me knowing you, I've seen you do podcasts. I've seen you do modeling. I've seen you do movies. You just doing so much, and you literally just said a few minutes ago about talk shows and stuff. You're just moving around, moving and grooving, and I'm just so happy to have you here today. So real quick, we're gonna clap it on up for you. That's good. So now, why don't you tell the people who you are, kind of what you do, and things that you're kind of excited about within your endeavors?
Well, yeah, my name is Nari. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. Just turned 23, and yeah, I guess I would say I'm doing a lot. Honestly, I don't want to overdo it, but I am trying to. I guess I am. I would consider myself a young creative. I've been acting. I used to model, not as much anymore. But yeah, acting, podcasts, social media. Period, because that is the future. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to getting into.
Well, one, I want you to claim that young creative space because that's literally what it is you're doing, young
Yeah.
creative. And I think as creatives, one of the biggest things that I learned was like with a few of my mentors and stuff from the past who have really encouraged me to stay like own what you're doing. We may get nervous at time to time, but like own what you're doing. You're doing a damn thing. So
Yeah.
definitely continue pursuing all those things. So what would you say initially, sparked your interest in these creative things that you're doing from modeling to acting? Kind of what was the mindset to kind of get you engaged in those things?
Um. Wow. That's a good question. I would say okay, so for the acting, for sure, I know that it was my father. He acts, he's actually really good. He used to, he doesn't as much anymore, but he was in the play here in Madison, Wisconsin at the Bartell Theater called The Whipping Man. And I think just seeing that and being around him and also reading a lot of books growing up, it just really captured me, and I'm a very emotional person and sensitive person. So when it comes to acting and modeling and all of that, what you're trying to do is evoke emotion out of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're trying to do. And you're trying to um kind of interpret your own emotions as well, because when it comes to all of these things, like, nobody's telling me to do these things. This is all coming out of my head. Even when it comes
Yeah.
to acting, like, the director just gives you they just give you the script and you bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? So I would say it's really just that, just being an emotional person and having to let that out. And I feel like, honestly, if I'm being truthful, I feel like I've been holding myself back a lot. That's why I'm not as far as I would hope to be right now. And I'm not even rushing myself because, all in God's timing, very divine. But yeah, I would say I got into it because I needed an outlet. I needed to be able to express myself. I wanted to be somebody else, like, that alter ego. Like, I needed
Yeah.
that growing up because, I was just
Hmm.
really quiet, really in my shell. And now I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, it's time to, like, pop out and show niggas. It's time to pop
I know that's right. I respect that. Yes. So when you say that part about kind of holding yourself back,
Hmm.
I think for me when it comes to that, I think well, one, I think a lot of creators do that same thing because we have such big goals, so many big ideas, so many not easy things to achieve, but we have this sense of like we gonna do it, we gonna get it done, we
Hmm.
gonna make it happen, and we already see it so clearly. But when we're around other people, they don't always get it, or they don't always, have that same passion and energy behind it. So I
Yes.
guess what is kind of the reason why you feel you have to kind of hold yourself accountable and kind of push yourself to pursue those things, and what has really made you want to go after that despite the odds, or even sometimes you holding yourself back? How are you
Yeah.
navigating that?
Well, the first film that I was in, Bro Code, that is what really got me into the acting scene. Um, and it's just like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like work. First of all, pause. First of all, it doesn't feel like work because I actually love it and I actually want to do it. So even despite not getting paid yet, not, getting as much publicity as I want, I love it. And it's in that moment, like when you're doing it and you're practicing and you're getting better, that it's just like, I don't even care if I blow up. Like, I just love doing this. I just love doing this. So that's one. I had to really learn to fall in love with the process, with everything. Like, right now, I've been going through so much, like, financially, just family, emotionally, mentally, and I'm falling in love with the process. It's like when I fall apart or when I'm not getting stuff done, or I'm falling in love with it. I'm falling in love with it because it's all a part of it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, nobody knows what the future is going to look like. But there is little indicators what you're doing now in the present. You know what I'm saying? So there's still the unknown, but what you do and what like adds up over time, that's what counts. And so, yeah, I would say what keeps me going is I love what I do. I just love it. I love it, and also hearing other people's come up stories like the Rock, he has one of my favorite come up stories. He literally just went to LA in a car with all his stuff. He didn't have anything, and now everybody knows The Rock. Even if you have never seen a movie of his, you know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of inspires me too. Like, you never know. You never know where your life can go, especially with the internet today. Like, your life could change overnight with the right video, the right anything.
No, and you're not wrong. I definitely agree with the energy of just like falling in love with the stuff that you're doing. I had to do that with Kingdom too, because it's like I was telling I believe Kaylin, the last artist spotlight, was this is one is not easy. It's gonna be a lot of challenges that you have to navigate. And I think that passion, that interest, that love that you have behind it is kind of what motivates you to like, what, I can, even though this pissing me off, even though this stressing me out, I'm enjoying this so much. I don't even care. I'll do it for free, like you said, and that's an
Exactly.
indicator of your passion. Like that lets you know you're passionate about it. But you also mentioned your first movie, right? And you spoke about invoking emotion. MCT Visions, who I think was our first artist spotlight, created a movie called Bro Code, and both me and Ari were in the movie. I believe out of everybody on the set, I think Nari was like one of the very few people who intentionally was trying to act. Like, you know what I'm saying? Was an actress, like for real. Everybody else was kind of like, oh, okay, this this sounds fun. we
No,
get
for
involved with
real.
it. But it was like watching Maxima Nari's scenes, you could tell, oh, like oh no, she's not playing with y'all. Like she's not playing with y'all. I've never been interested in acting before. That was my first time ever acting, but it was so eye opening, and that sense of alter ego kind of came in
Hmm.
mind. I know from Kingdom doing stuff for the podcast, but then also in music, you got King J, Jay the Don, Poppy Frio. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you in acting, with your first film being Bro Code, how did you feel stepping on that set, especially kind of knowing like you was one of the ones on that set?
Not one of the ones. You're funny. I was scared because my very first scene, we did it in a cafe surrounded by real people, like people who had nothing to do with the project. So I was terrified. Like, and then the thing is, new production company and everything. So it wasn't like your standard like rehearsals and everything. So all of this, I'm practicing with my dad, practicing by myself. So I was scared. That's how I could describe that moment. I remember that. I was nervous. I had to do something. But
Yeah.
then once we started doing it, I don't know. I just started getting more and more into it. Like my last scene of that whole movie was my best scene because I just started seeing like the how I was getting more and more into it. And now I literally catch myself on a daily basis like acting. Like literally just in my
Yeah.
mirror making up scenarios and shit. I know I sound kind of crazy, but it's like real life giving Issa from Insecure, like just in the mirror, like
Okay.
playing, bruh. And I've been writing stories and stuff now too. But yeah, I would say like hopping on that set, it was meant because he didn't even I didn't even audition. So
No.
I came in. I wasn't like an understudy or nothing, but I just came in
Mhm.
because they needed someone last minute. And I
Yeah.
came in, and now since then I've been in 3 films, and I'm about to start recording another film in about a month or two.
Okay, let's get
So
that
I'm just
on
like, so I'm just like, it's something, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely something, and I'm trying to not be scared of my feelings anymore and like fear, because that's only a feeling at the end of the day. Stepping onto that set, it was meant to be, and I appreciate MCT so much for giving me that opportunity and like letting me see that side of myself because I never ever thought that I would like I never thought, and here we is three movies deep. Don't play with me.
Okay. No, I gotta echo that. It's a song by Big Sean where he says, "Your goals don't give a damn about your emotions." So whether you sad, mad, happy,
Mm-hmm.
procrastinating, your goals gonna be like, "All right, so what we doing about that?"
Oh yeah, like what are you
um,
doing today to add to that?
Right,
For real.
that part. So no, I'm really, really well. One, proud to see all the things that you've been doing, but two, I think the just the momentum you have behind yourself is so genuine, and I think a lot of people really need to,
Yeah.
instill that.
You reaching out and asking me to do this made me realize, like, dang, okay, wait, I am doing something. Hold on. I need to appreciate this. I need to love myself. I need to cheer myself on. Like, you even invited me to this. It helped. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really been going through it, So I'm just like, even as the creative, sometimes we don't even see it. And we've been through the whole process. We was behind the scenes, we was recording, but we still are like beating up on ourselves, like, oh, I need to be doing better. Oh, I need to this, that.
And real bad. Like we'll be in our heads so bad about it just because I think we are because we're in that creative space, because we're in that social media space, it's so easy to see other people doing what you want to do. But kind of going back to that movie for MCT for Bro Code. So in the
Yeah.
movie, you play Lauren. You was kind of like this very sassy friend. You was very like, girl, you fucking up. You need to go ahead and move move around. Fuck them niggas get money. Like you was really on that. So like
Very much an alter ego because I'm not like that in real life. I really am not.
no, because I was meeting you in person and then seeing your scenes. I'm like, this is such polar opposites.
That was my dad and my mom's reaction. Serious.
But no, so how was it playing the role of Lauren? How was it, or not only playing a role for the first time in that capacity, but playing a character that's so different from you as a person?
Yeah. Hmm. That was a good one. It was hard. It was definitely hard. Like this was my first time ever acting ever. So it was definitely hard. But when you act, I think what a lot of people don't speak on. I've been seeing some like famous actors and actresses speak on this more lately, but how you kind of take on some of that character once you're done. And like how it don't really necessarily leave. But again, that's not the character, that's you bringing the character to life. So for me, it was really hard to tap into that because I'm actually really nice in like real life. Like I'm actually very sensitive,
Yeah.
crybaby. Like that's not me. So it was hard. It was challenging, but in a very good way though. In a very, very good way. I remember I did get a chance to practice with MCT before my final scene because I was like, this gotta be the one. Like I want this to be the one. Like I want to see the progression throughout the story, and it was the one. It really was. We had practice that night and he really got me into mode. So I think really the main part about it is the practice. Practice makes perfect. And that was one of the things I struggled with. Like, yeah, you can just like hop on the screen and act, but if you do it over and over and over again, like you're finally gonna get it.
Yes.
And it's kind of like taking yourself out of it and really taking on
Mm.
the emotions of that character. So when you're acting, you're not really acting. It's like we're acting right now. Like we're talking and we're being professional, you know what I'm saying? But we would be different if we were like at a party or something. So every day and everything that you do, like you're acting. So when I'm on set, I try to be like, this isn't even a movie. This is real life. Like I'm really this person. I'm real life mad. I'm real life sassy right now. And like just trying to trigger that. And I have so much like I just so much inside. I feel like you get what I'm saying. Like when you just it's
Yeah.
in there and you just be like, oh, I gotta get this out. So being able to be Lauren after I did that, it actually made me a little bit more assertive in real life. Like being able to say no, not doing shit that I didn't want to do, and going after the things that I really did want to do for real. Like you
Mm.
have to have a certain standard when you're doing stuff like that because then, people will waste your time, people will walk all over you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely scary stepping into all of this. Like when you drop content, I know you probably be nervous like dropping your content. Like it's nerve-wracking. But then when you see the love and you start seeing them
Yes.
followings go up and you like people are actually listening, then you just be like, okay, yeah.
No, and that's the part when I say falling in love with that process, that part specifically. I was doing YouTube in college and stuff. I remember getting my first AdSense paycheck from Google, and it was a nickel. But y'all, when I say I went around my whole dorm room and my whole floor and was like, y'all, I got a check. I made it feel like it was $1 million. I got a check, and you see it. My name is on it. Here, my nickel. It's the subtle growth from one person to 10 people to 100 to 1,000. You're seeing that growth. But with that project, how was it working with the cast members and Mike as well throughout that project? Because you had a lot of interactions and you had a lot of like you said before, you had a lot of like in public scenes too,
Yeah.
not just at like people's houses and stuff, but you were like in
Yeah.
public in cafes and stuff. So how was it working with the cast and crew?
Doing it in public, like imagine it's your first day on set, it's your first movie, and you in a cafe with people minding their real life business on their laptops and shit, and you yelling. But it was fun though. MCT, I appreciate him so much. Shout out to him again because he just like his energy. I could tell he really loves what he does as well. And when the leader has that type of energy, like you don't really have no choice but to follow suit. And he just did a really good job of being accommodating. And I feel like he really sees my potential as an actress because I've been in two of his films now. And so I just appreciate how he appreciates me and he's willing to work with me and help me get better. Working with everybody else was fun too. But yeah, other than that, it was really fun working with everybody. I loved working with Nicole, our little scene we had in the room. Cause she was just Tanya was something else. Tanya was
Yeah,
something
no,
else,
you
man.
complimented Tanya Part, and it was like y'all both was like on that kind of time, but you were a lot more calculated. Tanya just didn't give a fuck.
Mm-mm, she didn't. She really didn't.
That part about not saying what you can't do. I think,
Hmm.
well, even in my day role, in my insurance position, I always say to people, and my mentors always tell me, is like, don't shoot yourself in the foot as far as like blocking opportunity just because you're making yourself small.
Hmm.
And I think, especially being in that acting space, when you gotta like, because I think it was a few times people had to like kissing scenes and stuff. People was just like, I don't
Yeah.
know. So, I think it was just a thing that you had to kind of get comfortable with, or just step into, and understanding you're kind of playing a role in that
Yeah,
capacity.
it's a job.
But it's still a thing. It's like it's new, so everything's going to kind of be. And I think as creators, we're quick to make ourselves small, especially in comparison to other people. I remember when I went to a conference one time and I met Tank from Tank and the Bangers, and I don't
I
know.
love taking the bangles.
Girl,
What?
I kid you not. I was confused as hell why she was even at this conference because it was an insurance conference. I'm like, why did you here? And her boyfriend was like doing commission art, and I'm like, he was going crazy. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, girl, do you know who you are? like you're Tank, and she's just talking to me, and we're just talking about Kingdom and all that stuff. And she learned I had music and stuff. She said, oh, you can sing. And the first thing I said was, I can't sing like you. But
Ooh.
before she said that though, the first thing she said, "Can you sing? I'm always looking for singers." And the second thing I said was, "I can't sing like you."
Mm.
So she smiled, and then she followed me, and then we did a little video and went on our day. Now I look back on that because I'd be like, why did you? Why was your first reaction to compare not only yourself to her, but to make that comparison now make you think you can't do something? When I know I can hold a good little vocal one too real quick.
Okay, little one
So
too.
so it was I don't know. I just think to moments like that where it's like you don't never know where opportunities can take you. You never know who you're gonna meet. And when you have those opportunities kind of in
Hmm.
front of you, run
I
with them.
strongly believe in fake it till you make it now. I
Okay.
strongly believe in that because even if you're not sure, I'm telling you, like it's like job interviews. Like you really don't even have to know. Like they're gonna teach you anyways on the job. They just want to know that you can comprehend that you're gonna be
Yes.
able to get in here and do it once they show you.
That
And so
part.
I'm just like, yeah, so I'm working on it though. I feel like a lot of people are working on it. Some people are just born with that type of confidence. Like I have a little sister, her name is Brooklyn. Like she just got it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are born and they just know who they are. But then there's other people like myself who have to figure that out as we go and have to grow into it and have to bump our head a few times. So yeah, I'm figuring it out. But yeah, don't ever say that y'all can't do something, man, because don't ever at least try it and then be bad at it. Be bad at it before you say
There we
you can't
go.
do it. Don't.
There we go. God, I kid you not. Ever since that day, I done met a few more people, and now I be trying to do everything. Can you do that? Yep. You know how to edit on this? Absolutely. I done did that yesterday. I don't know what time was talking about,
Mhm.
but yep, I will learn. So, shout out to Tank and the Bangers,
Okay.
and Tank. When I see you again, because you go, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have you in a capacity for Kingdom sooner. Um, we'll talk. I'm gonna replay this just to remind you. You mentioned a little bit earlier about vampires. So that is, like I mentioned in prior podcasts, this is MCT's latest film, which is Vampire. It was a
Mhm.
minute in the works, y'all. It took some time, but we had a premiere for it, and it was so good. It was so good. And you can really see the growth from Bro Code to Vampire, for sure. So
Yes.
in your view, how was it kind of shifting from being in a drama, where you kind of was again being that sassy. Yeah, I keep just saying that because that's what it gave me. Kind of being in that drama space, and then kind of being, and then the one of the main focuses of Vampire, where you're in a horror film now, and had to kind of be on your like, hello, on your spooky energy. How was that? How was that energy for you?
Oh man. Hmm. It was different. Like it was cuz I had did two dramas. I did another one. It's called Your Only Fan. And it was by Raph. To go from a drama as an amateur actor to just straight like to horror was kind of like, okay. This is different, but it was good though. It was good. I enjoyed myself. And as an actor, you kind of have to have range. Like, do I want to be Lauren in every movie? You know what I'm saying? No, I want to, I want to do something different. So it was different. It showed me some of my capabilities. It also showed me where I could improve as well. But it was fun. Scary movies are fun. They're fun to watch. They're fun, Now I know that they're fun to be in.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely a flip though. But the movie did
Hmm.
turn out wonderful. My part actually came out pretty good. And like you
Yeah.
said, I do see that growth, like with the acting and the camera, and the
Hmm.
angles and the lighting, everything. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it was 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Got to give you your flowers for that. So for Broco and for Vampire, what would you say was your favorite part of being part of those projects?
Hmm.
From the crew, from the scenes to your lines, what was something that you really just really enjoyed for both projects?
My favorite parts really be when you're in the middle of acting. Like when you're like literally in the middle of the scenes. Any director that's serious about their craft, they're gonna say cut. If they don't like it, if they don't like how something looks or came out, cut. We're doing that again. I need some more emotion. I need some more this. I need some more that. That's probably my favorite part because I don't know how to even explain it, but it's like when he says cut, I'm Nari again. Then we back at it, then I'm that character. So it's really fun. So that's probably my favorite part, actually being in it. But then my second favorite obviously is the finished product. Actually being able to see it and being like, damn, like that's really me on the screen. It's such a I don't even know how to explain the feeling. I really don't. And I would also say just learning the behind the scenes as well. I've learned a
Mhm.
lot about what really goes into making movies. So now even when I'm at the movies, I'll be like, okay, I know how they did that. I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like but when you're actually in the midst of it, creating it, and you're working with people, like that's why like I just really want to work with some of the OGs before they get up out of here, like Denzel. Like I want to work with him so bad, or at least meet him. Will Smith, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In those roles that you've had, is there anything that you specifically tried to invoke, or is there anything that you specifically really paid attention to from your growth from Bro Code to your other films that you have done?
Hmm.
Is there something that you intentionally are like, okay, I've noticed this, I want to work on this, or you
Yeah.
know what, I do this well, I want to emphasize this more? Anything like that?
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good question. Definitely like how you act. Like there's a lot of stuff that I've learned about like acting and like working with the screen and like lighting and facial expressions and everything. So I would say I'm not like a pro yet, but what I have learned is certain things like how to be more animated instead of just standing there and talking. Cause like how I'm
Yeah.
talking to you right now, I'm using my hands, I'm moving. I was a little more stiff in bro code. Like I said, I was more still. But then in vampire, like I moved around more, like I fidgeted with things, I like touched things, I moved as I was speaking, like just really getting into it. I feel like I'm really getting into it. And this new project that I'm working on right now, I actually wrote this one, and it's a thriller,
Okay.
and I'm really excited. MCT is actually helping me with this one, and so now I've seen both sides because I helped MCT a little bit with Vampire behind the camera. I was like an assistant director kind of in a way, and so now I know both aspects. Now I'm feeling like Spike Lee. I was in front of the camera, I was behind the camera. Let's go.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that because I know with Broco, to your point, I was playing part role, part behind the scenes. So, jumping behind everything really was cool to see, and all the effort behind the camera. Shout out to all crew workers, tech coordinators, everybody that you don't see on that screen,
Mm-hmm.
because y'all, it is so much within your new project. Because you just this is news to me that you're writing a new project. How is it being kind of a writer now? How is it being in that, you
Yes.
know, that thought curation and making the storyline and plot and all
Yeah.
of that?
So before we even started this, I had this written for like 2 years. I never showed anybody because I was scared because the story came from a really dark place. So I was scared to show anybody because I thought people would like judge me or they wouldn't like it or whatever, it'd be stupid. But I actually shared it. I finally shared it with MCT, and he thought that it was brilliant. He was like, I mean, of course, there's some things we can work on and like critique a bit, but this is a good story. Like, you need to get this out. And I feel like I do, because this story will be closing a window on a part of my life that happened. And yeah, it feels good. Like, I just really had to think about like some of my favorite films that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? She's Gotta Have It. One of my favorite films by Spike Lee ever. The original one in black and white. Yeah, we're finishing up a few things as far as the script. We will be having auditions soon. So once that drops, definitely we'll let people know. And then yeah, we're about to get into it. And I've been writing more since then as well because I'm just like, okay, shit, if nobody gonna give me a role, I'm gonna write one for myself. At this point.
I got it.
But, but yeah, this one I'm gonna be like directing and acting, so I'm really
Yeah.
excited for it because it's my vision. Writing and the behind the scenes is important too, so I've been trying to look into that and get more into that as well.
So like you said with the writing, you had it for a little bit. When I had my first EP go out, them songs I had for like 4 years, and I had a note in my phone called "For When You Want to Be a Rapper." And every song I had on my EP, I think I had like 15 songs to pick from. I picked like 6 or 7, and they were all from that time. Same with the podcasting and all of that from season 1 to now. I think even before our interview started today, I was looking at the old videos, and I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like
No,
that.
for
But now I'm
real.
watching it now, and I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, season 2. Okay, you doing this. You doing this. You know, and no matter how slow it may feel like you're going, progression is everything. So as long as you're moving towards your goals, toward the thing that you are truly passionate
One
about,
percent,
I'm
one
going to be
percent.
100% behind it all the time.
No, for real. Because if you try to do 100% every day, your ass is gonna get burnt out.
Oof.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. Cause I didn't try. Man, I've been there, done that, trying to do 100% in one day. You gonna be burnt out for the other 7 days, 6 days of the week.
And you mad
Like
for the next 6 days, mad as hell. Don't even know why you mad.
literally. So it's like you could do it that way, I guess. But like what I said in the beginning, falling in love with the process, the day to day. I used to hate it. I used to be
uh,
like, I need it now. It's mine, honey, and I need it now. Like, where is it? But no, now it's just like it's coming. And I don't know if you're like a spiritual person or religious or anything like that, but God, bro, getting closer to God was the one of the best things I could have done because that's why I have this peace of mind where I'm just like something is working. It's working and it works over time. Like it is over time. It don't happen overnight. It do not. And so I am like in my season of no worries. I might
hmm
be a little stressed, but I ain't worried.
No,
I'm
listen, you
not
promise
worried.
stress. You are promised stress all the time, but I
Mhm.
believe we're spirit, mind, and body. And whoever
Mhm.
you're praying to, whatever you're practicing, that centralization of self in your spirit in you. Even Kaylin the last artist spotlight said the same thing. Is a part of that. And I really want to emphasize just one more thing that you said, the community that everyone's focused on. Throughout this podcast, you've heard so many names that are literally working together because of networking. So I just
Yeah.
want to tell people out there, network, communicate, go out,
Yeah.
get out your comfort zone, meet new people,
Mhm.
try new things.
And know how to play your role. Because look, because everybody's not about to be Tyler Perry. Sometimes you just got to be somebody who worked with Tyler Perry, and that's okay. But you
And
just
that is
have to
all
like
right.
you have to find happiness. Like everybody's not gonna be a CEO. Everybody's not about to become a millionaire. You have to find some happiness and some peace.
Knowing your positioning, um, it's a team for a reason. It's a one quarterback, it's a linebacker, it's a defense line. All this stuff for a
And that's how I
reason.
felt. Like even with the film I'm
hmm
doing now, I want to act in it. But
hmm
say somebody come to this audition and they crush it. I would much rather quality over me getting in there because at the end of the day, if she
Mm.
can evoke that feeling that I was looking for, then it's that. And I guess that goes like it's just supporting other people too. Not wanting to always be in the spotlight, like because that's where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? And that too, just being humble, like just being
Ooh,
humble all across
you
the
said
board,
it.
man.
Humility. I
Mm-hmm.
said on our last, I believe our last episode. Oh no, 2 episodes ago, I think, about people having competition in these creative environments and how a lot of time people get into these battles or even
Yeah.
these beefs
Now there's
unknowingly.
healthy competition, but I know what you mean. The toxic,
That's what I'm
weird,
saying. Like, yeah,
yeah,
like
the
there's
toxic.
healthy competition for sure, but when you get into these things with people, just because you are a lot of the time, people are envious of the things that you may not be necessarily doing, but something that you may possess, something that you may have, a trait, a skill, an opportunity. But what you just said, I think that's why I like you is the nobility behind if somebody come up in here for a role I'm writing for myself currently and they eat this role up, I'm going to give that to them.
No,
That is so humble. And I said on the last podcast with people, I said if you are upset with somebody outperforming you or outdoing something in whatever it is you're doing, and you cannot happily get up and clap for the next person, you need to step your cookies up. You
man,
need to work
I
on
I
something
learned
with
that from a
you.
young age. Jealousy is
Yes.
horrible. Like it's and I think it's healthy jealousy. Like but it's not even jealousy. It's more like is it influential? Like is it influential? Is it inspiring you? If it makes you feel like shit, you're probably jealous. But if it's inspiring you and you're like, dang, like I want to, I'm trying to be like her or I'm trying to be like him, then that's different. And my mom taught me from a very, very young age that jealousy, like she never instilled nothing like that in me. She always taught me like what's mine is mine, what's yours is yours. You can't have what's mine and I don't want what's
Period.
yours. And
Yeah.
that's just what it is. That is just what it is. Like that's just what it is. And I don't know how people are like that. I don't understand it. I don't like how I've been jealous before, but I don't like how it makes me feel. I don't like what it makes you do. And so going back to community, yeah, you have to have people who are genuinely supportive and people who know that their time is coming and that what's theirs is theirs because man, Jealousy will make people do some crazy things. That's why I'm always ready to clap for whoever, whatever, at any point in
No,
time.
yeah, I was jealousy is a disease and you will die slow. And I really mean that. But what you said, what's yours is for you, and can't nobody block that. What would you say is your inspiration or your drive in acting that you have? 'Cause you mentioned a few names already, like
hmm
Will and
hmm
Denzel. Who kind of your go to your kind of go to guidance for that acting space?
Hmm. I would say, who do I? I really love Zendaya. I love her. I love her. She has range out of this world. Like Euphoria, I was starting to think she was a drug addict for real. Like she played that part too damn good. For real. I'm like not even playing right now. But definitely her. Even like Taraji P. Henson, like who else? Who else? Oh my goodness. Dang, I can't even think of her name right now. Broadway. You know, How to Get Away with Murder. What's her name? Viola Davis. That lady, oh, I could just smack her. How good she is, like, oh yeah. But yes, her, cause like she's just inspiring as well.
Yeah.
Just how she taps into her character, she takes it to a whole nother level, a whole nother level. Um, and then yeah, Issa Rae has been a big inspiration to me. Just how Insecure was that show. She snapped. Like she went crazy. And then I think just day-to-day life, like just my life. I can make 3 movies about my life. You know what I'm saying? So just inspiration. That's it. Inspiration is just life. All these stories are coming from somebody's head. Something that's happened to them, something that they've seen, just something that they feel inside, and that's what keeps me going because it is real life. These are real life stories. Like some of these movies, this stuff has actually happened to these people. um and so being able to portray that, it's like I don't want to play a victim, but this is happening and people need to know, people need to feel it so that they're aware. And it's just that feeling, like when a movie can make me cry, that's what I'm trying to do. That very first time I make somebody cry from a movie or my acting or something, that's when I'm gonna know. Like if they just bawl.
Now listen, I will say because it's on. I'm not the most emotional individual,
hmm
but it's a few films that like
Dreamgirls is
had
gonna
me.
get me every time. I don't know where it's gonna take me for real. Right now I'm just doing it. I really do want to try to go audition for some like really big roles. Like I know
Yeah.
they audition in Chicago and stuff. Now
Mhm.
that I'm scared of. Right now I'm trying to keep a little more local, practice a little bit more. But
Yeah.
eventually I'm trying to get out there, trying to get into the big leagues, trying to really see. I know I'm gonna eventually get my yes, but there's going to be a lot of no's in the process, and I just have to know before I go out and do that. I have to build myself up, like I have to be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
just really, right now I feel like I'm building character
Yeah.
within myself. I'm building myself up, and then I'm gonna be ready.
I know
Honestly,
that's
me
right.
personally, I just want, if I break into the industry and just get one solid film, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
good. A film that's just gonna pay me for the rest of my life, that's truly iconic and
Mhm.
influential. I'll be good.
Oh, I love that, and it's gonna come for sure. And kind of speaking on that, um, in response, kind of what would you say is one thing that you're manifesting for the next chapter of your career, kind of as you pursue all the creative endeavors that you have thought about, written up, pursuing actively?
I would say at least people in my hometown knowing me as an actor. I mean, as an actress, so that when I do go somewhere else, I already have that support here. And I'm not really counting on it, but you know what I'm saying, like building up a fan base. So I'm trying to, like, even using my social media and making like videos like that, small skits, just building a fan base. I want people to know me and people to like see me and just be like, "Oh, I know what you do." Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you got my juices flowing. Like I've been thinking about so much stuff since you hit me up. I'm like, dang, I really am doing stuff, and sometimes it just takes some moment like this for you to just be like,
Yeah.
dang, like I really am, and I need to keep going because I'm still young and like there's still a future, and you never know. So yeah, I really appreciate this. Like I do.
Well, no, and that's again, like I said, that's the point of Kingdom. I be seeing so many creative people, and it's just like in my mind, if people just had a bit more visibility, a bit more opportunity to
Mhm.
just say, "Hey, I do this," and people can see that, who
Yeah.
knows what goes up from there. So I really want to commend you for everything that you're doing, everything that you're embarking on. It's not an easy journey, it's not an easy path, but you're doing the damn thing. So with that in mind, what would be some
Mhm.
advice that you would give to somebody who is like scared, nervous, worried,
Mm.
concerned,
Mhm.
to kind of just take the first step into acting specifically?
Mhm.
Because again, you're in Madison, so Madison,
Mhm.
Wisconsin, one of the most
You know what I'm saying?
we are in
Like, I'm not
Wisconsin,
knocking it, but it's just like,
but it's Wisconsin, girl. Like,
yeah, like,
what would be some advice that you would give to somebody who is just trying to get into that space or get comfortable enough to be in that space and pursue the thing that they're interested
look, I'm still scared. I'm still uncomfortable.
in?
I'm gonna tell you that it don't stop. It don't stop. Like I thought it would get better, but even the second film that I was in when we had the red carpet night, I was scared. Like, and that's how you know that you're supposed to be doing it too, though, because you get that feeling like every time. It's not. I don't think it's gonna stop. I don't think it's gonna stop ever. You just gotta fight through it. Like you scared. You don't want to show up. Like vampire premiere, I was so scared. Like I was quiet the whole day. Everybody like, girl, what's wrong with you, girl? I'm about to see my fucking face on the screen later. I'm nervous right now. So yeah, it never really goes away. You kind of just have to fight through it. Like when my grandma came to my second movie premiere. She missed the first one, but she sat by me, and every time I came up on the screen, I just hugged her, and I was just holding her. I was laying on her arm. I'm like, I can't. And so yeah, you just gotta take the blow. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at it and it don't look good, take that and be like, okay, I could do this better next time because that's all I've done, and it's getting better and it's getting better, and you just have to keep going with this. Like you said with your podcast, like you was looking at old episodes and you're like, what in the fuck? But now you're like, you're starting to see the progress, and it's like you can't get better unless you see what you're doing wrong.
Yeah. Oh.
So and that's why I love enjoying, like, I enjoy watching the films that I've been in. I've watched the last movie I've been in like a few times now just to really see my face, see what I'm doing and
Mm.
everything. So yeah, yeah, just keep
Yeah.
doing it.
I will say I think that's great advice. I think we act like we're not gonna fail. Everybody thinks it's gonna just be okay. You did this perfectly first time. It's gonna be great. Hell
Mm-hmm.
no. Fuck up. You gonna fuck up. It's
Yep.
gonna fuck up.
And
So
what did they say? The more that you fail, the faster you're gonna get to success.
that
The
part.
like that the faster it happens, the more you embarrass
That
yourself and like
part.
look like a fool. Cause that first film, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't crazy. Like I didn't really, I took the acting serious, but when it came to like aesthetics and everything, I did not dress up how I wanted to. Like that's why these last few films, I was like, no, like do me a little bit of makeup. Somebody in here, know how to do some makeup. Make sure my hair's slicked back.
Yeah.
Like really doing that. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
everybody started from somewhere. Like you, Taraji and
Oh,
Baby Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like people
absolutely.
started somewhere, and so yeah, I would say just keep on going.
You not wrong. Issa Rae, Aqua Black Girl became insecure, y'all. Think about that.
Even yeah,
So
even in Insecure, remember the first few episodes how it was looking and the lighting and everything, and then she grew up over time. Like,
yes, and it started all with a YouTube series. So
hmm
you never know how things. Same with Bro
you
Code.
don't know
We
who's
did a
watching you,
skit.
man.
We did a skit for Bro Code, and it became a full movie that was in theaters. It
Mm,
was. Do y'all know how baffling it is to see your face on a premiere, on a premiere
bruh.
box?
I was like, what is going on? I
I was
literally was. I'm
shook.
like, what is going on? I'm like, I come to this movie to watch. I come to this theater to watch Denzel and them on the fucking screen. What am I doing?
And we are in theater seats watching a movie we in. Like,
I don't know if you know, but for Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey, they let her watch the movie by herself. They put her in the theater and she sat in there by herself and she watched the whole thing before they released it. And she talks about that experience and she was just like, yeah, like I cried, like it was so much just to see like the final product. You just like, dang, like it's overwhelming for real. And that was such an
no.
iconic role. Like, so I can just
Oh
imagine
yeah.
how she felt for real.
Yeah, no, she had a lot of pressure on that. That's I would say that's one of my nervousness is
She
like
had some
being in
big shoes to
spaces.
fill.
Yes, being in
Yeah.
spaces. I've talked this to my friends before, like, even coming to like the specifically the music stuff or like creative design and all that. When you in rooms with people who you only know exist because they're on social media. I'm looking at people and I'm like, wait a minute, you are in the room with me right now, or wait a minute, you're talking to me right now, or wait a minute,
Like this is real life.
we're doing a project right now, like.
And all of those people, they always remind, this is why I'm so humble too, because all those people, they don't even want the spotlight. They just love doing what they do, and it just blew up. Like they tell you all the time. Like, I'm a regular person. I just love doing what I do, and I'm good at it. That's it.
To echo Nari, y'all, please just keep going. Keep going. I don't care if you your only fan. I don't care if you the only mother watching your movie,
Okay.
watching your music, watching your show. I don't give a damn. Put it out. Get it out there.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to learn. Like, ask questions. I don't mind asking a dumb question because shit, at least I know the answer now.
I know that's right. So, with that being said,
Mhm,
the last one I have for you
mhm,
is where can people keep up with you, and kind of stay tuned in for everything you're doing? Because again, you're starting auditions for stuff soon, so this could be
mhm.
your chance for people to
I
kind of tap
actually
in.
fell off of social media, if I'm
Hmm.
being quite honest. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to get back because I'm trying to
Hmm.
post more. But my Instagram is Nari Rowe right now, so you can follow me on there, DM me for collabs or whatever. And then Facebook also Nari Rowe. And then I also have a YouTube. So I was doing like social commentary a while back on YouTube. I'll actually send you my link so you can check it out. And I think that I want to start doing like smaller skits on there too.
Hmm.
And I was talking about the talk show possibly. Yeah, definitely. YouTube would be Nari Row One. And then yep, that Instagram and Facebook as well.
Again, since you are in this space, then the reason why Artist Spotlight exists, this is me formally giving you your flowers. So continue doing
Okay.
your big ones, your big things. I'm excited to see what coming in the pipeline. I'm looking forward to seeing this script you writing. I might have to pop up for auditions or something. I don't know.
No,
Um,
for real.
well, y'all, thank you, Nari, for being on today's
Yeah.
episode of Artist Spotlight, y'all. And make sure y'all lock in with us on our socials, on Instagram and TikTok at Royal Voices Podcast, all one word, so you can keep up with everything going on with the show as well as Artist Spotlight. And then follow the brand too for Kingdom on Instagram and TikTok at KVNGDOM.co. And then follow the kid, your host, on Instagram at underscore JAYTHEDON underscore. And the link to my bio will have access to everything else I'll be involved in. With all that being said, thank y'all for tuning in today, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.